Hi everyone, welcome to the Animal Reader. The Animal Reader is a news website that focuses on animals and the environment. Today we're going to talk to Shaneel Narayan. He's based in Fiji. He is the manager of SPCA Fiji Islands. Over the weekend, the cyclone Yasa destroyed a part of Fiji. They were expecting it to hit really hard. They were lucky that it wasn't as hard as they were expecting it, but there were winds of up to 350 kilometers per hour. And before the cyclone hit, animal welfare organizations already warned people to take care of their pets, their stray animals they see in the neighborhood, and of farm animals. Welcome, Shaneel.
Hi, thank you.
First of all, you're still, what was the damage done to you at your clinic and where you're based?
So we are based on the main part of the island. It's called VT level, and we are in the capital of Fiji, called Suva. So our shelter is called SPCA Fiji Island.
Mhm.
We are one of the biggest and one of the major shelters in Fiji, and one of the oldest one as well. When initially the news came on about the TC Yasa, the cyclone, we were on the pathway to be hit as well. When the news media, the Met Department, and everyone was giving out warning, Suvarnasori, part of Vanuatu was expected to be on the pathway for the cyclone. So
Mhm.
most of the animal organizations in Fiji, because they have experienced cyclone before, including in the Western Division, they were already putting a warning out for people what to do and getting their shelter ready as well. We did the same. We put out a call for foster cares to take animals for foster over the cyclone period. We house close to 160 animals at our shelter, where we do rehoming, rehab, basically put them up for adoption. So we had a lot of, over the past couple of weeks, we received a lot of kitten and puppies, and
Mhm.
mostly newborns, which were in our care. So uh, we thought we wouldn't be able to look after them over the cyclone period, and because of the amount of wind and the rain expected, we decided to put out a call for foster care. And we were pretty lucky. A lot of people showed up to take animals home, and we were able to clear out most of the shelter. For older animals, we moved them into our closed space shelter where they were safe, and we had staff on standby as well to look after these animals if we did get hit. We got very lucky, I would say. Once it made a landfall in Bua, the cyclone moved more towards the east, and we didn't experience as deadly the winds which were expected. It was going up to as there. We were told it will go between 280 to 350 kilometers per hour, which is pretty intense. And
Yeah.
we have experienced Category 5 cyclone here in Fiji before. Just 2 years ago, we had Cyclone Winston, and it left a lot of damage, like including to the structure, animals, a lot of people lost their life as well. So when TC Yasa when we were advised that it's going to turn into a Category 5, that a Category 5 cyclone was approaching, a lot of people were actually ready. All the animal organizations, they actually put out a note out there for what needs to be done for their animals, so
Mhm.
people are ready with it. And I think so. A lot of people, they took the heed of the advice which was given, and they took the necessary precautions to get themselves ready.
And what? So the island, the main island you're based on, wasn't hit as hard, but another island was hit. Do you know what is the damage there? And I'll show a video
Yes.
that's circulating on social media in Fiji, so you could say something about this video.
Yeah, so basically, the Bua province got hit, which is in Vanuatu. This area had a few goat and sheep farms which got hit by TC Yasa because of the intense of the wind. A lot of damage was done to the sheep and goat farm.
Mm-hmm.
The local Ministry of Agriculture, has deployed emergency team on the ground to go and assess most of these farms and help the farmers out whichever way they can. Few of these farms are also in the interior, so it's a bit hard to get help to them because of the intense of the cyclone. There was landslides, the trees has fallen, the roads, it's not accessible, but ministry is working on it. They have sent out help there. We have also SPCA has also offered their team, if need be, to ministry to go out and help out on the ground, but we haven't had anything back. They really haven't asked us yet, but if need be, our team will also be probably stepping in to help out. The other two, Tavuni also got hit. That's the other island. The southern part of Tavuni got hit. We normally work with a group there called Tavuni Animal Lovers, and we spoken with the lady who basically runs it, and she said yes, it was strong winds. They have experienced quite strong wind. She also has done a bunch of TNRs, like trap neutral release. In some parts of the union, she after cyclone she has walked around and seen most of the animals are still around. Mostly the dogs, they're still there. We haven't had anything from Tevuni regarding the livestock animals, but there are damage to livestock in Bua province, Sabu Sabu and stuff, and ministry is still working on getting proper data on this.
And that's also the video we just saw, because when you say livestock, you mean it's goats and cows, I think, then, right? Mostly, or goats, cows, chicken.
Yes, mostly it's goats, sheep, and cows. Yeah.
Goat, yeah, sheep. And what the video we just saw is like some animals, if they were left outside, if they were not sheltered, yeah, with winds of up to 350 kilometers per hour, an animal can survive that neither.
No, it's pretty intense, and also a lot of flying things were flying as well, which could have hit these animals. Also, cold, the weather, the rain, the amount of rain with the wind. So basically, a lot of factors. So most of the animals were cold probably, and because of the wind, like they're not, they probably got hit or something. So which is really unfortunate. The farmers probably did took heed and shelter them and stuff, but the intensity of the wind probably blew the shelter up or something. So it was unfortunately quite a few animals died in these areas.
And if with stray animals, because if you talk about, for instance, a cat very small and a dog, do dogs and cats, when a cyclone hits, automatically look for shelter, or how do they survive this?
Basically, they say that the dogs are able to sense it before the cyclone actually hits, if it's a bad weather is expected. In the past, when we had hit with Harold earlier on this year, then there was Keeney, we had Winston. Most of the stray dogs were still around, the ones SPCA regular feeds and walks with people in their area, like the TNR dogs. Most of them are around. They take shelter under the houses or under cars and stuff. So they do take, they do get sheltered, and yeah, they're able to be around.
To survive. But the one thing that is happening though is that those cyclones are getting stronger and stronger, right? That's all over the world happening, that they're getting stronger.
Yes, so Fiji, we always between November to April we experience cyclone. That's our cyclone month here, and we are into it now, and we expecting to have cyclone till next year April. And yeah, we have experienced in past couple of years. It's getting more intense. The category of cyclones we are facing, and it's doing a lot of damage. Winston just 2 years ago did close to $2.9 billion worth of damage here in Fiji, and people were still recovering. A lot of the islands were still recovering from Winston. They haven't rebuilt from Winston, and then they were hit again with the Yasa. So yeah, it's pretty sad.
And you say it's cyclone season, so so until April, it's kind of...
Yes. So our cyclone season, it goes from November to April, and it's because it has been happening for quite some time. So people are used to it in Fiji, and they're always prepared. They have shelters up for their homes. If they have livestock, they try to move livestock up to higher grounds, because it's also the more rainy period for us. We expect a lot of rain in this particular month, and there's a lot of flooding and stuff as well expected.
Yeah.
So a lot of local media group, the Met department, the disaster department here, they constant do a lot of awareness and education, so people are prepared for these cyclones here. Yes.
And do you see, because SPCA, you've been working on making people like more aware that animals are companions, and that if you have a pet, how to take care of them. Do you see a change in how people used to handle animals when a cyclone hit to now? Do people take care more of their animals during cyclones, so humans and animals?
Yes, I think so. It has changed over the years. People are more proactive, I would say. Like, they take heed of the necessary advice given by different departments.
Hmm.
We This year we just also found out that the centers here, only when people know if they need to go to a government center for this for shelter for cyclone period, they also allow pets there. Like, you can take your pets. If you have cats and dogs, you can take along with them, as long as you're able to look after them, which is really good sign.
Yeah.
It's a positive sign. Also, yes, when there is a cyclone warning, we get more queries from clients, like things they can do to make sure their pet is safe during this period. And our media team puts a lot of material on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, or website, to make sure people are well informed in advance about this, how
Yeah.
to look after your pets during this period of time.
Yeah, that's a really good. That's what we also saw on your Facebook page, that you were warning people. But that's a really good development, that we, in all this climate change and all these things happening all over the world, that we don't forget that animals with high speed winds, just like us, they can survive in that neither if we don't offer them
Yeah.
shelter. Thank you. What will be the coming days? Because you're still assessing all over the damage, and mostly, from what I hear from you, it's mostly farm animals that you're assessing now. Stray animals probably made it, and then farm animals you're checking.
Yeah, so we have contacted our team here in Suva, mostly the people who help SPCA run our TNR, Trap Nutrient Release Program, to
Hmm.
see how the stray animals are, like the most we look after. um a lot of so far what we have had, like, most of the animals are still, like, the ones they feed are all around, and they're all looking fine. For the livestock department, the Ministry of Agriculture is carrying out assessment, um because it was just over the weekend. Like, it started
Yeah,
Thursday, Friday, and then we went into a weekend. And most of the islands a bit hard to access as well. They are like a day or half a day through boat, for the teams to get there and actually get going. And due to the roads not being accessible, it's not easy for the team. So we expecting maybe a week and a half for the team to be able to carry out all the assessment and be able to get back to us with the full data and stuff.
and how does your own? Because I was wondering about. I have a cat, and whenever it's really windy outside, my cat gets a bit scared. But how is, like, how does your, you have a dog at home? Like, how do animals respond to the really high winds?
Uh, I would say my dog is used to it now. He has been around for nearly 8 years now, and he has seen a lot of cyclone. He probably has seen more cyclone than I actually have seen, because he stays with my mom in the western side of the island. And the
Hmm.
western side, it's a must. Every year they get one cyclone. They'll feel one cyclone. So he's pretty used to it. But they do get scared. We have a cage for him, so he goes and sits in his cage. We make sure it's as comfortable as possible for them.
Yeah,
We also, one more thing we do tell people. A lot of people keep their animals out here in Fiji. They have like a dog house. They basically stay in their front or back porch. So we do tell people to make sure they're inside and safe, because other thing we do notice with cyclone is a lot of missing animals. A lot of animals run away from home,
yeah.
because they're basically scared. So they just run and until they find a safe place. So yeah, we do get that as well. We do get a lot of animals who go missing during this period as well.
Yeah, that's. I think I saw it on Facebook, because there are a few animals, like people that are missing their animals, right? Animals that run away.
Yes, animals which have run away. We also get a lot of the time animals just few of the pets who have gone missing. So we also keep advertising that during this Yasa period in Suva, we haven't had any complaints recorded with us yet that it went missing due to Yasa, but
Hmm.
we're not really sure about the other part of the island at the moment.
Okay. Good luck the coming week with assessing everything that's happening. And keep us posted on if you have some news.
Okay,
And
thank you.
thank you for this interview. Thank you everybody for watching.